So what up, gamers? You know who it is. If you don't, it's your boy Shake. And I have another topic for you guys today, something I've been thinking about. Wanted to get this off my chest as well. And you know, gaming has had a huge impact on me over the years, over my life and some of my decisions, and I think it impacted me in a very positive way. And I hope that it's been the same way for you guys. You know, to reveal a little bit about my life, my mom, she was a single parent, and I have a total of 3 younger brothers and a baby sister. And so you have to understand that being the oldest, I kind of grew up fast, and you know, I had a lot of responsibilities. I wasn't able to go to every party, and I had a lot of people watching me, and I wasn't able to drink. I wasn't able to do drugs. You know, I wasn't out there doing the kind of things that would be disrespectful to my family, disrespectful to the people around me, and or, you know, encourage my brothers to do the wrong thing. I just couldn't allow that to happen. So I indulged. I engaged myself in a lot of different things. Gaming was one of them. I played a lot of sports, a lot of basketball, football. And for me, gaming was that outlet where if I wasn't playing sports, if I wasn't playing basketball, if I wasn't playing football in the streets, and you know, if I wasn't doing those kind of things, I was gaming. And a lot of my friends, some of my friends had the same situation. No dad, struggling, lights going out, bills aren't being paid, barely any food in the fridge. You know, they went through that struggle. And I can go into a lot of detail. There was a lot of struggling when I was coming up. We did not grow up in the nice neighborhoods. We did not grow up in the greatest of areas. And I saw a lot of things that I wish a lot of people, you know, I don't wish on anyone. And I think that if I consider all the things that could have happened to me, you know, if things were different, if maybe I was out there hanging out with the wrong crowd, if I was out there drinking and partying and doing drugs and, you know, messing with the wrong people, if I think about the things that could have happened, you know, I might not be here today. And I know this to be true because several of my friends coming up either are not here today or they're locked up behind bars. And some of them are still in the same struggle they were when they were children. They were conditioned to be this way because they didn't know of a way out. You know, a lot of times when you're growing up in the hood, you know, you rather spend your money on rims, and your priorities are different. You know, you spend your money on, you know, a nice car, nice rims, a lot of technology in your house, and that same money could have been put towards rent or school or, you know, your education. It could be put towards rent in a better neighborhood. And I told my wife, I said, I would never let us raise our children or, you know, let us live in the hood, because I knew how dangerous it was. And I said, I'd rather drive a beat up car and drive, you know, not necessarily have both consoles and, you know, all the PC equipment out there. And I would much rather put my priorities in line, go to school, you know, not drive the most expensive vehicle, and live a modest life until I can afford a better life, you know, rather than putting us in danger. And so I think that a lot of the people that I game with can relate to that. In a lot of ways, I feel like the time that I spent with certain people that are on my friends list, they know who they are. You know, over the last 2 or 3 years, I believe that some of those guys, I don't know why I feel this way, but I feel like maybe gaming with me and or the people that are on my friends list, the friends that they've made, some of us are best friends through gaming. But I have to believe that in some way, shape, or form, that gaming in the last couple of years with some of these guys may have been responsible for keeping some of these guys off the streets. You know, I don't want to name too many names, but some of the guys that come into mind, my buddy Manson knows. He's grown. He knows what I'm talking about. Shout out to Manson knows. Shout out to my buddy UTX The Prophecy. Shout out to my buddy UTX Dirty. In fact, shout out to all the UTX guys that are out there that they understand that struggle. Some of my best buds, some of my closest friends are gamers. Some of them I've never even seen in real life. And for those of them that I have seen in real life, man, we would not let it. We would pay for each other's dinner before we let each other go hungry. You know, if we're together, we take care of each other. We watch each other's backs. And I have to believe that that's the way we are. You know, there was a time in my life when I was in the military, and because of the respectful stature that I held when I was in the military, it was almost frowned upon to say that you're a gamer. But now it's becoming commonplace. I think everyone in this generation, especially mine, that grew up playing Nintendo and Sega Genesis, I think we're all gamers. But for me, gaming did more than just provide hours of fun and, you know, just mindless twiddling of my fingers on a controller. It kept me out of the streets. One of the most respectful people that I know is a teacher of mine, and he's in a professional landscape now that I plan to be in the very near future. He's making the kind of money that I'd like to make, and you know, I respect him so much because he's provided me the knowledge for me to provide a livelihood for my family down the road. And you know, he's also offered me, because of the school that I go to, you know, he's offered me plenty of opportunities of employment down the road when he gets into position. So I always feel like I have a nice thing to fall back on. I have a nice career to fall back on, you know, and I have some people out there. I've made some contacts. I've networked with the right people that'll keep me safe and keep my family fed and keep a roof over my head. Hopefully, you know, this person and the people that I associate myself with are true to their word. But he is a heavy gamer, and he told me that he grew up on gaming. And I respect that. And he said it kept him out of a lot of trouble. So for you parents out there that are probably listening to this video, and put your kids into sports. Get them some physical activity, so this way they're not lazy and they're not putting on weight in there. But don't frown upon gaming. You know, it's another form of socializing. And in a lot of ways, it's provided a lot of space for us to become friends. And the kind of world that we're living in now, the world is flat again. You know, we're able to connect with people all over the world and make friends from locations that you wouldn't dream of going to. So it's your boy Shake. I hope this video made some sense to you guys. As always, I'll holla at you dudes later.